Yeah, welcome back to the Creative J's podcast. I'm Jacasman Lewis. Today we have.
Javon
and Joe.
So, like, switching to a lighter topic, we're gonna talk about the Snyder Cut.
I
So,
don't know shit about this. I don't know what the hell this is at
you
all.
gotta watch it, man. It was nice.
alright. So the Snyder Cut was basically a 4 hour long version of the Justice League, and it's very good. I like, in my opinion, I think it's better than the theatrical version. Like,
I don't
much
think
better.
anybody's gonna disagree with you.
No,
Only people who are saying anything negative about it is just because like they're just trying to seem edgy,
yeah, I feel you.
or they just hate the original
So
one
what
so
happened?
much. But they changed it so much.
Saying so
Or
like
it's a lot.
So, like, what inspired the cut?
yeah, like what's
Okay,
up?
so originally the original director's name is Zack Snyder, and while he was working on his version of the movie, his daughter ended up committed suicide.
Oh shit.
So he decided to separate himself from the project so he could spend time grieving. And while that was happening, they brought in a replacement director named Joss Whedon. He's the same
Mm.
person who directed the Avengers, the first one.
Oh shit.
So they brought him in, and
They brought a Marvel guy in to do a DC.
they brought a Marvel guy in.
Oh
I mean,
shit.
that is what DC is, though.
That's tough.
DC overall is really just Marvel 2.0.
Ish.
Like the creators of it, like you could tell. Like,
Well, are you talking about like the comics, or are you talking about the movies themselves?
comics.
Okay, yeah.
I'm saying like the whole idea of
I get what
DC
you're
is
saying.
like based off Marvel.
Like, they
stuff.
kind of like go back and forth between collaborating with each other and stuff
Yeah, it's
like
like
that.
so.
I get what you're saying.
Bringing it to cinematics is probably a good thing.
So, like, going back to towards the movie though, it's so they brought in Joss Whedon, and he basically tried to make the Justice League like a Marvel property. He kind of
Oh,
like
shit.
he brought it more towards like a lighter tone and more jokes inside of it, and then he fit it inside of a 2 hour like runtime. So when it was released, some people liked it, some people didn't. A majority of people kind of didn't,
I was
but
gonna say people like
there's
it.
definitely a minority who did like it. Like, I enjoyed the visuals, but that was about it. The story wasn't really that interesting to me. It wasn't like explained more enough for me to enjoy it.
Yeah, I got it.
So once that happened, this campaign started called, I think it's called Restore, like,
Restore the Snyder Cut.
yeah, Restore the Snyder Cut. So basically, people were advocating for that because they wanted to see what the original director's vision was.
Well, it started out with him saying that he had his own version that was much longer that
Yeah.
wasn't right, and then people are all like, "Well, let's see it because what they replaced you with was not very good."
Atrocious.
Yeah, they want to do something.
Yeah. So, Justice League release was in 2017.
Yeah.
So now, 4 years later, they gave him the opportunity to come back and do his own version of the film. And so he reshot some scenes. He brought in back the original actors, and like he like lengthened the story so he could have his original vision in it, vision. And so they ultimately released it on streaming services on HBO Max. And so people were giving their own opinions online. People were saying it was great. I don't think it's great, but I think it's very good. I think it's very good. I think it's like I'm grateful for him for HBO giving, Warner Brothers for giving him the opportunity to like have his own original vision outside.
Was it Warner Brothers though, or was it like AT&T who owned Warner Brothers? Where
I'm really not sure. I'd have to like do some research
I've heard
on that.
both things saying Warner Brothers decided to release it, but I heard AT&T like at the top
Mhm.
put that hand down and was like, "Hey, let's get this."
So my biggest question is why did he need an extra 2 hours? Like what was the purpose with the 2 hours he had over the original version?
When you get the film, like you watch the two, like that 2 hours really does help out. Like the character development in it, it was really good.
So like what was the biggest I'm saying so
You mean like the differences?
You got
like
you got
what
to
was
learn
the yeah like
you
what
got
was
to learn
the
about the
major
characters
difference?
more.
Oh okay. It just had more background.
It had a lot more background.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not even just the background. The tone was different. It had a darker tone to it. More.
DC always has dark tones.
I'm saying, but in
all their
No,
movies, like,
but
but
he
in-
was saying earlier with the
but
new
the original
producer,
Justice League, the tone was more so like a Marvel movie.
where
It was more so like there is more
Family
jokes. It was a
light,
lighter.
yeah.
Yeah. With this film, it was intended to be dark, but it was made into like a lighter project.
They released a black and gray version. Apparently, like that helps it even more.
Oh, I need to watch that then. But
Damn. 4 hours again? Damn.
I don't have shit to do.
We all talked about it. We were like after we watched it, we were like, yeah.
Hey, I gotta watch this then.
It's on HBO Max, man. You should check it out.
I think like after like people started rating it, like the Snyder Cut, it was like the second highest rated comic book movie.
Yeah.
Behind Batman.
I know.
And then it was ahead of
because the
Endgame.
hype was so freaking high.
And then, but most likely it's gonna become third or fourth after Endgame.
I'd give it like a 7.5. I think it's very good.
Well, I'm saying like right now Batman's 1 and it's 2.
I know.
I'm saying like I think
it's like I think it's like an 8.5 on IMDb or something like that.
It's gonna drop.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure like you said, it's a drop. But I enjoyed it. Like there are some definitely like in like amazing sequences in it. Like especially towards the end, I was like, oh, this is good. Like very fucking good.
Another thing like it did that was different like in the comics and the cartoons was like this sort of gave you like a more like emotional feeling or like connection with the characters.
Definitely.
Right, like a lot of Marvel characters like comics and TV, like they're all very like you can relate to a lot of things that they have even though they're superpowered beings and you know.
Yeah. One character in particular was very fleshed out compared to the theatrical version, the Cyborg. Like he had no backstory in the theatrical version at all.
Cyborg in this movie, like that
he was like one of my favorite characters in this film.
Give him his own movie.
Yeah, he was one of my favorite characters in this cut.
Yeah,
because like he had the most like relatability.
He was gonna get his own movie after that.
He should.
And I think he said he would be willing to do it if.
You talking about Ray Fisher?
Yeah, if Snyder was the director, and then Ben Affleck says he'll do his own Batman movie if Snyder's the director. And how I said last week, I said, do you think if it's good enough, like so many fans love it, will they expand the whole Snyderverse?
Yeah, but then recently WB said they're not gonna do the Snyderverse thing.
That's fine. I mean, everybody says they're not gonna do something.
Yeah.
And then until
until money's until money is involved.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. I like to see it. I think it'll be interesting.
And I was saying like if so many people like it and they decide not to, this could be the worst thing to happen to DC like cinematics since Heath Ledger's death.
Whoa. Oh, okay. That's a hefty statement.
Once he passed, that kind of changed how all of DC works.
I know.
And I'm saying like them having this kind of like new fresh thing, it'll be horrible if they don't do it honestly. Because all the actors who were a part of Justice League, they want him to be there.
Gotcha.
His idea, the way that Justice League ended, you can expand on that with 2-3 more movies, and he said that he was thinking about it.
I like to see it. Oh, like speaking of DC, recently there's a Suicide Squad trailer, and it's very good. It's the one directed.
It's like Ayers or Ayers, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like Ayers, I don't remember.
That's the director who directed the first one.
Oh, the first one.
This one is like a reimagining of it, and it's directed by James Gunn, the same person who does the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. So I'm interested in seeing that one too. I want to see how he does it.
So
it's a Marvel guy coming to a DC and seeing how he's gonna do it. It's gonna be interesting.
It's 100% coming out.
Yeah, they have it's supposed to be coming out in August, I think.
Well, James Gunn, he's not really a light-hearted person. He got some darkness to him.
Definitely, I see that.
So hopefully he doesn't fuck it up, or I don't think he would fuck it up like.
Twitter was getting on him.
Twitter get on everybody.
Nah, bro, but when it was like James Gunn, it's like he was saying certain things in the past that people brought up again, so he ended up losing the job, but he ended up getting it back anyway. So it's not that big.
That's what makes it perfect for DC.
So now he's gonna do the movie for DC and then go back to do Guardians of the Galaxy 3 for Marvel. So it's gonna
be. Is that actually gonna come out though?
That's definitely coming out because it's
my guy Groot.
Apparently he's gonna stay Baby Groot forever.
Nah, I don't think
I read that, but I don't believe it either.
I still hate Star-Lord.
You hate? He's still thinking about Endgame and Infinity War.
I thought the same thing. I was like, man, Chris Pratt, he's kind of a cool person.
I understood why.
Star-Lord, and then he did that. I was like, fuck this dude.
I like Star-Lord. I understand why he broke in that moment. It was definitely stupid, but I understand that why he got mad in that moment.
We could all understand, but when the whole universe.
I don't understand. You had one job.
I get what you're saying.
You had one job. I don't get that.
I expect you to be more disciplined.
Honestly, it's Star-Lord, nigga. It's Star-Lord, nigga.
You had one job.
No, but
you say this like Tony Stark
but I'm on him saying that he should be more responsible.
Look,
it's fucking Star-Lord.
Look. Doctor Strange set up here. He thought of 14 million ways that they was gonna win. He only thought of one. It did not not involve this nigga Star-Lord doing that dumb shit.
Actually, it did include that.
Oh yeah,
Exactly. All that had to happen.
Exactly.
Oh, damn.
If it didn't happen, that niggas would have been fucked. So it had to happen anyways.
Yeah, I mean, by the way the movie went, yeah, it had to.
I get what you're saying though. I understand people can say that like he should have done this, he should have done that, but it's like in that moment I understand why
I'm just saying
he went that way.
I would have wanted him to be more disciplined, but I mean that's what had to have happened for them to win. So it's like, you know.
But I was even more so saying about like why it had to happen. I was more so saying like his character, he's a person who acts on impulse and emotions. Yeah. So like you've seen that in the previous movie, so I wasn't surprised that he was gonna break in this film and like in Infinity War. Not he said daddy issues. How does that have to do with anything? Yeah, but I get what you're saying though. So like since we're talking about Marvel, we can talk about like their latest project, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So like, well, I was watching it and I really enjoyed it. I like how they're like exploring what it means to be Captain America and like how Sam as a black man is gonna be trying to take on that mantle. So it's interesting.
Yeah, we were watching it the other day. I really enjoyed it as well. That new Captain America.
That's the only thing that I've seen about it from me.
I'm not really a fan of that guy, but I mean,
nobody's a fan of him. But I understand like how they. I like how they try to give you his perspective in the second episode though. Mm-hmm. They try to give you his perspective and try to understand like why he's trying to take on this mantle of Captain America, even though he is kind of asshole.
They need a white savior.
Yeah, of course. But I want to see how they end it.
Captain America is coming with backup. Like he's so trash to me. Like I'm watching fight scenes. He's pulling in with multiple guys coming in to help him fight. Like, come on, man, that's not Cap. He's not doing that.
Well, Cap also was like genetically engineered with the same
super
that made
soldier.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, super serum and shit like that. So.
Yeah, he's like part of the whole web. He's the first one to do
I'm a regular ass nigga with some skills. I need backup. I don't have the super serum.
That's why you suck. That's why you trash. Like dang,
not everybody just got super serums running around.
Like dang.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to spoil it for you because like there's some other stuff that happens at the end of the second episode that's very interesting as well. So I'm gonna keep this to myself, but it's very good.
I'd be studying like majority of the time, and I'd be listening to stuff for background noise. I never really set enough time to just watch something and give my full attention to. Gotcha. I can watch it, but I don't want to just half-ass it. Like when I watch, I want to give that full attention. So that's the only reason I haven't watched things up.
Gotcha.
The Snyder Cut had to make a
like a 4 hour block.
Quick exception, yeah, but I was just typing stuff, so I could. It was easier. It was easier to do.
Gotcha.
But I gotta read this. So.
Okay. So we talked about this in the last podcast session, but since Joe's here, I want to get his opinion about it as well. So we each gave our opinions about what is a hoe, or like, so like, what is your opinion of what's your opinion on that?
Well, so we've talked about this 1,000 times. So
let's put it on the record then. Let's put it on official record.
So for the record, about your hoes, man, or something.
So for the record, I say a hoe is someone who's out here, male or female. I don't want to hear anything about double standards and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But no, to me, like a hoe is someone out here that.
You finna get canceled before you even become popular.
No, man. Look, it's just someone out here just giving themselves away with no purpose. Mm-hmm. Like, and I'm talking about it could be sexually. To me, it could be emotionally. Like, I'm talking about, and of course, I mean this with multiple people, not just one. Like, if you committed doing that, okay, cool, good for you. But like, you just out here just.
So if they're a hoe for one person, they not a hoe. But if
you not hoeing if you with one person like that. You committed. You doing you. Like you
gonna make that girl my whore is what you're saying.
No. But I'm saying like you just out here freely like you have no commitment to anyone. You just freely giving out your time, effort, and energy, your body
Well, I
So
don't
okay,
just ask this though. Are we considering like hoe to be like a negative, just like the most
that's
negative
what
thing,
that's what I was about
or
to
are
get
we
into.
just like sort of like using that term?
That's what I was about to get into. Like, what do you give like hoe like a negative connotation, or is it just
so
like a?
today's time, you know, hoe is not it ain't negative no more.
It kind of is.
No, now in today's now
But
you liberated as fuck. Like
it's liberated as.
not everybody just like fuck it. I'm gonna be a hoe and that's just what I'm gonna do.
That's cool, but
like damn, like
I
where the
understand.
fuck are your respect in your mother? God
I understand
damn.
what you're saying, but it's like being labeled as a hoe is still kind of considered kind of.
Nah,
What?
bro. When I was growing up, when I was in like in high school and shit, yeah, maybe girls who consider hoes.
Oh, I
looked
thought he
at.
was gonna say he was called a hoe. I was gonna be like, me too, man. I
Okay,
didn't think
Nah,
about
I'm
that.
saying
Okay,
like,
but no, but I'm saying think about it this way. A hoe is still considered an insult. You can't call somebody a hoe and they're gonna be like, okay, yeah, I'm a hoe.
What about
No,
bitch? Bitch used to be an insult, but now it's just
nah,
that's still an
man.
insult. If a guy
Okay,
calls
okay.
a girl a bitch,
Okay.
it's like you can't say that. If a girl calls another girl a bitch, it's like okay, it's cool. Or if a girl calls another girl a girl a hoe, okay, cool.
I'm saying,
But if a guy calls a girl a bitch or a hoe, it's like
So you're saying when the opposite sex
I'm
does
saying,
it, it's
I'm
more
saying, but
considered to be
look.
negative
Exactly.
than seen as that. Okay.
No, fuck that. Fuck the opposite sex shit. I'm just saying like this whole bro, whole whether it's girl or boy, like getting called by whoever they're getting called by. Like this shit is taken way less lightly now.
What he's saying is
in
this.
context, yes.
If you heard a guy call a girl a hoe versus hearing a guy call another guy a hoe, which one do you think is more of an insult or something negative?
When you hear a girl call another girl a bitch, you're like, okay, that's
like
they
if
girls.
I said, yo, Jasmine a hoe out here, versus if I was like, yo, girls, get away
To
from me,
me,
hoe to some girl, which one is like more negative?
I mean, I believe both of them are negative.
Okay, so you see them as equally being negative.
Yes.
Okay.
Regardless, okay. It depends on
if a dude called me a bitch, and we two dudes, and a girl called me a bitch, that's still equally negative to me. Like I might take more offense that the dude called me. Like what the fuck, like nigga, what is your problem? But like nah,
He said,
bro,
niggas out here are bitch made.
like right, like god damn, like what? Are you okay, bro? Like nah, man. Like I think they both problematic to me.
Okay.
Like,
I'll say this.
But again, it's like, why are you offended that he calls you a bitch?
that the dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm offended both calling me a bitch.
Okay, but I'm saying like, why is the term considered like offensive?
He's saying why is bitch offend you?
Yeah.
Because one, I'm not a bitch.
Okay, so I'm saying okay, but think about that. Good, but what is a bitch?
Like
You said what's a bitch though? Like if somebody gets called
Like-
a bitch,
like
what
lit-
makes it a
like-
bitch?
so now we on now we on my definition of bitch.
Literally, it's a female dog.
Yeah, okay, literally.
But-
a hoe is literally someone who gets paid for sex. Okay, so
That's my definition.
I'm saying, but that's the literal definition too.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like, obviously I'm not speaking on the literal. Like to me, so
I'm
bitch,
trying to think what I'm gonna say.
it's like I don't know. That's like it's like taking away masculinity. Like when you hear like a dude, it's really it come down to like media and culture. Like when you hear like rappers and shit talk about like bitches and hoes. Like when they talk about bitches, they not talking about dudes. When they say like I got bitches, they not mean I got niggas. Like I got men like wanting me. No, they mean I got.
Well, that's because they use each term for like gender or like sex thing. Though. Like whenever they say nigga, you thinking of a guy. They say bitch, you thinking of a girl.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what
I
I'm
say
saying.
bitch, I might be referring to a guy or a girl.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Me personally, so to me, when I hear bitch, I don't think of it as me being referred to a male. Like, cause I've heard it, like even women use it to refer to other women.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so when I hear bitch, I think of woman, not.
I get that, yeah.
It sounds so bad, but
okay, that makes more sense.
I sound bitch in here, think of woman. I don't
Exactly,
think of
that's my
man.
point.
Okay, I was getting you're like I'd be more offended if a guy said it because he tries to seem like I'm not as masculine.
Right, like
but
damn.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I've heard it too many times used by men and women referring to bitch as a woman, not to men. So that's why I'll take offense to it. Like, I'm not a bitch. Like
Okay, so like going back to the term hoe, like do you find the term hoe like in a negative light, or do you find like if someone's a hoe, is that make them like you see him as like a negative person,
you see
or
them
is
as
it
a human being?
no,
kind of like that? Yeah.
No.
It's just like
That's what I'm asking.
I mean, like, yeah, it's like, damn, okay, cool, like,
okay, cool.
I'm pretty sure all of us in here have been friends with some hoes.
And
for like what we consider a hoe. Maybe not you, because y'all know if you know anybody.
I'm gonna say like everybody didn't know somebody that went through a whole phase, then went through a whole phase, that been on some whole shit before. Like at some point in their life. At some point in their life.
My high school was just like this, so I know exactly what you're saying.
So it's it's nothing like I don't look at it as too serious. Like, but this is the shit that pissed me off. Mm-hmm. Like, if you a hoe, just be that. I'm more comfortable with you owning than a hoe.
Wait.
You said a hoe in disguise?
Like, I'm saying, but no.
What I'm saying is
I don't appreciate when if you are doing those things that are whole life, do not shy away from that. Like, oh no. Like, oh, I'm not a hoe. No.
Because obviously being considered a hoe is still a negative thing.
Well, to some, but I'm saying in high school that was very common.
It's not just high school.
That's why I hated that.
Because it still occurs in college.
No, bro. Like people that are hoes now, they own their wholeness. Most of them.
But the thing is, if they just own their wholeness, they wouldn't shy away from being considered a hoe.
I'm saying the ones that own it ain't shying away. They just being a hoe and they owning that shit.
I'm talking about the people who you consider to be hoes, but they're not owning the fact that they fit in within your definition of what a hoe is.
No, it's not fitting into the definition. They just saying that, oh no, I don't do no hoe shit. Like,
okay, so that's
like what?
That's what I'm saying.
He's saying they probably consider hoe shit something different than what you do.
No. They know what being a hoe is. They just say, no, I'm not doing that. Like,
but again,
I know you're doing that, but you're gonna say, oh no, I'm not.
But we each have different opinions about what a hoe is, though. So like, what you consider being a hoe, they may not consider being a hoe.
I just want to say this
because hoe is such a negative word to them. They're like, nah, I'm just doing me.
I feel like
I'm not a hoe.
They know they be hoeing.
I feel like I don't know like what exactly like I would seriously consider a hoe, because like sometimes I think like whenever I say it, like I wouldn't really call that person a hoe. But like I will say this, like what I think of is like if I say like a person is greedy, or it's like I feel like they care, like a greedy person cares more about money than they do like any other person.
So are you trying to like?
And I want to say like I would say like they're a hoe, like they're more lustful than they care about like other people. And like this popped up like on Instagram. This off of Reddit, if I can read it. So it says this woman forced her husband into a open relationship, and now he's leaving her. And so the lady goes and says, "Me and my husband have been married for 5 years. 2 years after the marriage, his parents died in a car accident. He was depressed, and we haven't been intimate for a long time." She says, "I asked him if I would consider an open relationship. He was really hesitant, but after me convincing him, he said yes." She says, our intimacy suffered. They have 7 bedrooms, by the way, but her needs were fulfilled by other people, right? And you get like, and there's like a bunch of stuff. Like he went to go, therapy and all of that, and he was like, well, bitch, I don't want to be with you no more, because I was in a very emotional, vulnerable state, and you chose like physical intimacy, specifically sex, more than your own husband's well-being, because she didn't even know he was seeking therapy. And that's what I want to say. Like, it's like sort of like that. Like, if you care more about sex or being lustful in some degree more than you do other people, like I'd be like, because like her, I'd be like, yo, she a hoe.
Okay.
Because she's choosing sex over.
Like it's
and like if a guy's out here, if a guy's out here just sleep with 30 girls, I wouldn't be like, oh, he a hoe. I'd just be like, I wouldn't.
He's promiscuous.
I never really see the term promiscuous associated with guys over girls. Like I'm actively trying to think of like what would I say. Like I never really use the word promiscuous.
Niggas are just.
I know.
Niggas are definitely fucking.
No. I'm not saying they aren't.
Them some hoe ass niggas right there.
I'm
not some hoe ass niggas.
I'm not saying that they aren't. I'm just saying like I don't know what term I would use. Like if I was to talk about somebody, I don't know what term I would personally use. But I never use the word promiscuous very much.
I want to go back to the scenario, the thing.
You want to read the whole thing?
No. I'm just want to speak on it. Like that's tough. That's tough. That situation. She wanted an open relationship.
Well, she just wanted dick. She just wanted sex.
Did it say she just wanted dick?
That's the whole reason she got into the open relationship, was because they weren't getting intimate. Okay. Because he was depressed from his parents dying.
Oh damn.
His parents died in a car accident. He became super depressed after 2 years of the marriage.
And she wanted her physical needs satisfied.
Yeah.
In spite of his grief.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
and I'm saying like I think like I'm like, yo, they're a hoe. Is like they care more about physical intimacy, or they're more lustful than like their care for other
that's
people.
Just a terrible person.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying no.
If a guy just sleeps with 30 girls, I'm not gonna be like, yo, he a hoe. I'd just be like, yo, he's really out here in the streets.
That scenario to me, I can't say she's just a flat out hoe.
I think she's a terrible person.
No, I'm saying like that's what I would like. I would call her.
So you're saying you equate a hoe with terrible person?
No, like they.
You just said that if they're more.
I'm saying I would call her. Well, I mean, is it really a terrible person though? That's like saying a billionaire is a horrible person.
That
because they're holding more money. And
I'm saying I'll say terrible person because you want this physical need, like you were saying before. I want this physical need more than I care about your feelings.
It's like like let's say like a girl has like 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
She's pregnant again, right? Like let's say like back in the hood, people gonna be like, she a hoe.
She got 3 baby daddies.
Joe, stop.
I'm saying yes or no. That's very,
no. Because if you say yes, that's what he gonna say.
I know people that got 3 kids with 3 different daddies. I know them.
Okay, that was like another direction that I was going, but I was gonna say like like if she like like super poor. And like she, like she just gotta have her, weekly or daily dick appointment, whatever. I'd be like she because she cares more about sex. Than taking care of her kid kind of thing.
Okay,
that's what I consider a hoe. Is like it's not really like she got 30 bodies. So what? But it's like but she's doing these kind of things.
It is. I get what he's saying.
I get what he's saying too.
Yeah. So I just want to say like based on last week, I was trying to more say that what I call somebody is like kind of based off like. What priorities do they take it?
The character.
It's character. Yeah,
like that lady cared more about.
Okay, but what you said did not. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm thinking about what I'm saying. No. But I get what he's saying too, though.
I more so agree with his than I do with what you were saying.
So it's like if I say somebody's greedy, like to me, like I feel like you a greedy ass motherfucker, like you a hoe ass nigga or whatever.
Gotcha.
Like to me, like you care more about certain things than you do any and other person like in your life kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like my cousin, I was like, yo. You a hoe. In high school, this dude was bringing a girl home every weekend. He was the high school hoe, right?
But again, that's
and like now, this is what he does. Dude's like he's close to 30. I don't fucking know. He's in his upper 20s.
Mm-hmm.
This dude will like date a girl, right? And if they don't want to have sex, he'll go find some other girls that want to have sex.
That nigga a hoe. That's nigga's a hoe for real. Like,
and it's like he cares more about the sex than he does like
But see,
the other person.
You see how you relating it to more about.
No, I'm saying that's my definition. As the character. That's my definition.
Yeah.
It's not more about.
That's more so character.
It is character. Yeah.
It's definitely character.
I thought he was gonna say like they're just a terrible person because like they just treat people wrong. But I mean like it is character.
Yeah. And that's understandable. Like I said, I get it. Like definitely.
But yours seems to like more so align with promiscuity.
Yes.
But why?
Having sexual intercourse. No, that's actually not what I said. That's not what I said.
Wait, what if she's a throat demon though? She don't.
Wait.
Is she,
no, she's still a hoe.
Let me finish, bro. Like, what if she's not having sex with 30 people? She's just a throat demon, and it just happens to be like 30 people.
So, oh no, she's still
wait,
a hoe.
So, like, explicitly define what your definition of a hoe is, bro.
So I just
explicitly define it.
So look, I just said it's someone out here that's just willingly giving up themselves, whether it be physically, emotionally, mentally, whatever. Like,
oh, so yours is more than just sex. It's like other things.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. You doing this with multiple, like across multiple people, not like you just out here.
Oh, so
I can see like, okay, let's say.
Are you considering someone who just like constantly has to talk to like multiple different people,
like
even if it's just
whores?
texting?
So that includes attention whores. That includes physical whores. I'm covering all bases, like not just like.
So you're saying someone who has like super strong cravings of attention or like something like that of multiple people.
Or dick, or pussy.
Well, that's what I said anything like that.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
So you're saying like they crave those things, or you're saying that they
have to get they have to, it's kind of like what you said about greed. Like I need this.
Okay, gotcha.
Like I have to go get these things. Like I gotta go fuck.
What?
I gotta go get attention.
Wait. What if a girl just had like 30 bodies just because she likes being active?
Yes, she has to go get dick. Yes.
Well, she doesn't have to. She just likes to.
What's the difference between liking and having?
There's a difference between liking something.
No. Like, I have to go eat, but I like pizza, so I'm gonna go get pizza. But I could just fucking go eat a salad.
Exactly.
But I like.
There's a difference between liking something and needing something.
I get what she's saying.
Like I have to get a sufficient amount of sleep, but I like staying up at night, and sometimes I gotta go to work early in the morning.
That's a great question. Yeah, I mean, like I said,
Like if a dude likes having sex with a lot of girls, I'd be like, well, I'd have to consider what are your priorities in life.
like,
That's like what
I
I'm
feel like
just.
if you're single, and you just have sex with a lot of people. Do you do?
no, it's nothing wrong
Whether
with
you
doing
whether
you.
you
We're not saying there's anything
I'm
wrong.
saying,
But
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being a whore.
No, what I'm saying- what I'm-
I have
That's
to touch
still
on your
what I'm
but
doing.
but again, why do you choose to use the term whore
or
or that whatever the fuck you say?
Because that's my definition. Oh,
Okay.
Excuse me.
Hmm. And you just like you view that like term.
Would
and,
you
like,
marry a hoe? A woman that you've ever considered a hoe? Would you marry her?
yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Now I'm kind of understanding your like viewpoint. You view a hoe as like in the middle. You don't care if you don't think it as a negative thing or a positive thing.
No,
Is there such
if
thing
that's if okay, if you just gonna be doing hoe
I get what you're saying.
stuff or being a hoe, because this is the point of life you're in. Like this is just how you're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like
Okay, cool.
nothing's holding you back? Nothing's like again, you're a grown person.
Mm-hmm.
Is there such thing as too high of a body count?
Huh?
Is there such thing as too high of a body count?
No, do you?
Okay, cool.
I do.
Okay.
Like I don't care if a girl didn't.
So his is like a neutral standpoint.
So if you were friends with a dude and he was like, yeah, I slept with like 100.
I got homeboys that have slept with over 100 women.
I mean, same. But
Yes.
like so you still be friends with them.
Yeah, I'm still.
Yeah.
Yes. Definitely.
So cool.
Why everyone got fucking quiet?
Oh, so now we're being joined by Jesus. What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
So were you talking about the same topic we were talking about the last time? We're talking about hoes.
Yeah, I keep on hearing his ass.
This nigga is loud.
We distract you? Are you done?
Nah, I was just fucking.
Take a break.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, so I understand what you're saying. You don't necessarily have like a negative like connotation of what the word hoe is. You just kind of have like a neutral standpoint,
Yeah.
but you still consider it to be a hoe.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And if that's what you all do, you. Some people hoes and some people not, and that's okay. Like, as long as when it's time for you to enter, like, the problem with hoeing is, especially when like in a younger generation, when you're trying to be in a relationship, a lot of people don't know when they are hoes or not hoes or entering a situation where
You can't be a hoe.
exactly.
Okay.
So if you enter in a relationship and you know hoeing is something that you're still trying to do, then let that be known.
Gotcha.
Cause and 9 times out of 10, the person you enter in a relationship with is not gonna want that, and that's okay. Then get the fuck out the relationship.
Oh, so you mean like if they're still actively being a hoe, they shouldn't be getting a relationship?
Exactly. If this is something that you need that attention from other people, or you want to still have sexual relationships with other people, okay, then do that. Nothing's stopping you. But do that on your own accord. That's when hoeing becomes a problem.
I was talking this thing. There's a lady. She lived in San Diego. She was like, bro. She's like, my husband wants to wait till my fiance wants to wait till marriage. She was like, bro, I need it now. You know. She's like, I might have to, see if I go be with some other people.
Okay.
And somebody was like, you might just want to, either just not be in a relationship if that's something that's so important that you consider that over.
And no, I don't agree with it. She shouldn't just be in a relationship.
You care more about this than just being in a relationship with somebody.
Well,
if you put
some people have sex as like a part of their relationship requirement.
Right.
But I'm saying if that's
it's not necessarily a thing where I have to do. It's more so like this is what regular people do in a relationship.
Right, and this is what's gonna make me happy in my relationship. So she should just go get with someone who also likes to have sex. But she does not need to be in a relationship at all.
No, but I'm saying that lady, she still wanted to be with this guy, just be in an open relationship. This is another scenario than from earlier. I just didn't get to finish that.
Okay, gotcha.
These are two different scenarios that I'm mentioning, by the way.
Okay.
And hopefully it doesn't make people think I'm just saying like all females are like this.
Well, since you mentioned it, let's talk about like the different types of relationships. Would either one of you ever be in an open relationship?
I haven't been in one.
Well, I know you have. I don't want to sing you out to like say out. I kind of just want people to have their own opinions about it. He's like, I have.
How was it?
Nah, she was trash.
She was trash at like sex?
No.
What the fuck?
No, I'm saying the open relationship was trash.
Oh,
that's what he meant, bro.
It didn't meet expectations for something.
No, well, it was just like
it's just something.
You said she was trash, and I was like,
No,
it was
trash. That's what he said.
I was like, damn, like she wasn't
The
that good.
concept of an open relationship meaning like you don't have to be exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
So meaning you can do and say or whatever you want with another individual who is not the person that you are in that relationship with.
Yeah, your primary partner.
So there's no boundaries.
Yeah.
And that person can do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're supposed to be in a romantic, committed relationship, being open is not the way to go, especially like when we're young. Because again, at this time point in age, hoeing is something that is, again, I don't think is really that bad. If that's just what you're doing, like, but if you're doing it, own it. Like, commit to that's what you're doing.
Who hurt you?
Like hoes.
Every single thing is about owning. Like, did some girl hide that she was a hoe from you and it just like destroyed you?
People turn into hoes, and you would never know. Yeah, pretty much.
We are now having a therapy session.
Yeah. So like, and that just is what it is. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, the open relationship shit is tough because like it gives you an opportunity to do whatever the fuck you want, and if that's hoeing, that's okay.
You need a lot of communication and trust when you're in one of those things.
Yeah.
And being long distance doesn't really help out.
Exactly.
Because if you're not close with them, you're gonna you just drift even more and more apart.
Gotcha.
So and it really takes two people. There's this documentary on HBO. It's called "There's No I in Threesome," and there was this couple. They were like,
that's tough. I want to watch it.
They were engaged and like they were in an open relationship, right? But the homie, like, he lived in like Australia, and then she went to like Europe or some shit. She was like an actor.
Man.
Yeah, and then like so like they would talk to each other, and it was like, you know, at first she was the main one, you know, getting action on with a bunch of dudes, so he was kind of feeling some kind of way, right? And then it turned to where she found one person that she was being with all the time, and then he found some girl that he was getting with, and that kind of hurt her. And then but like them being distant for so long, that kind of just exacerbated that long distance relationship. Yeah. Even more. Oh, yeah. You know, long distance relationships, you know,
it'd be like that.
They don't really be lasted that often, right? The numbers prove it, by the way. But you know, it's like those kind of things. You gotta be real close with that person. You gotta be real trusting. Yeah. And I don't know why. It just seems like it's a lot of people who are in their 40s and just get bored.
Yeah, it seems like open relationships is a thing that like older couples tend to do a lot.
They even fall in love with the wrong people, I guess.
I guess they want to spice up the relationship.
Man, say I ain't no fucking way. I'm married, and I'm gonna sit here and say, yeah, it's okay. Go do what you want, girl. You got me fucked up.
but then you think about like a mom.
But I think what he's saying is like he treats love as like he would be in love with somebody that like it's beyond anything, and if you're like but lust and you're putting it above love, it's like whoa.
I get that. I understand exactly what he's saying. I was more so saying like when people have
yeah, I should watch it. It was pretty good.
I was mostly saying like people have this thing where like
that's because people don't mind their business.
No, I'm talking about this thing where people have like this certain status or celebrity. They think that they kind of need to give people this like women in particular kind of seem to give men leeway in cheating. When it comes to like when they're celebrities and shit like that.
That's different from an open relationship though. Cheating is going against somebody's trust. Open relationship is a
but I'm saying like
collaboration. You know?
What I'm saying is that I'm kind of combining the two.
So you're okay.
Like women kind of give leeway to that when men are kind of like celebrities or they have money. They kind of
I get what you're saying.
Oh, so like Lil Baby and Quavo.
So like the Offset and like the
Lil Baby and Quavo.
Like
I'm saying,
like the Offset and Cardi B shit.
Yo, that nigga act like his Twitter was.
I'm saying.
And this nigga cheat on Instagram.
No, at the end of the day, that shit is just fucking stupid.
Exactly. Definitely.
That's dumb as hell.
Definitely.
Like goddamn, like even let's not leave Beyonce out of this shit.
Definitely. Beyonce too.
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Whoa.
No. We're gonna include Beyonce in this shit.
You mentioned Beyonce all of a sudden.
No.
We talk about what's going
this
on.
nigga.
No, he said celebrities getting cheated on. Beyonce got cheated on.
Javon is soaking right now.
Let's just remember this.
Yes, it happened.
He is soaking right now.
Look, and Jay-Z made an album about it. God damn.
Let's talk about this. Who got more money though, Jay-Z or Lil Baby, Quavo, and Offset?
But again,
what does
that mean? And I'm saying that's what he's asking about.
That's what I'm asking about.
That's exactly what he's asking about.
But I want to say this though, Jay-Z and Beyonce, like, they've been married for a very long time.
Okay.
So like for them, it's kind of, you know, like when you have kids and you're you're married,
I get that.
It's kind of hard to break that up. That's why I was saying they're kind of different. Lil Baby and that's the name, right? Lil Baby, Quavo, they were just in relationships. So that was
Offset is married.
And they were constantly doing.
Offset is married.
Now,
and has a
now
kid.
he's married now. Let's not act like he weren't cheating before they were even married.
I'm saying, but he is married though,
and that's why Cardi's staying with him.
Oh my goodness.
And they have a kid, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when
I understand
when
what
you're
you're
in a
saying.
marriage, you got kids. It's kind of harder to just be like, oh, I don't want to be with that person anymore, because you've sort of really developed like a long-standing relationship. That's kind of different. That's what I'm saying. Like they're kind of different than like Lil Baby and Quavo. That's why I didn't mention Offset, but I was saying, oh yeah, I forgot Offset cheated too. But I was saying like those two kind of cases, like where they're just in relationships. I'm saying
So
it's wrong by the way, but
I'm saying it's not about the status; it's about the marriage.
Yeah, I'm saying like
okay.
I'm saying like for them, they're married. It's like you kind of they're trying to hold that together. Lil Baby and Quavo. I'm saying all this is wrong. I don't condone cheating. I'm
yeah,
saying,
of course
like,
not.
I'm saying their scenarios are kind of different.
So he's saying it's not about status. It doesn't.
I know it's about the marriage. That's what he's saying. I get it.
I don't agree with that shit.
Oh wait, what's your?
I think it's about the status.
He said it's about the bag.
It's about the bag. That's what it's about. These niggas are rich, so they can do what the fuck they want to do. God damn.
I think it's a little bit of both what you're saying. I think I agree with both of you. That I believe it's the marriage, but I also believe that it's because of the money as well. It's like there's so much money involved in that shit.
I'm saying in the two different scenarios, they could definitely be those kind of
worth millions, bro. What fucking?
Bro, I'm talking about like.
Let's not act like these women aren't also cheating though. That's
the thing. We don't know.
They smart about it.
We don't know. And if they do, it never gets taken to the public.
They're like, oh damn, he cheating on her.
Right. That's all we know.
She's staying because he got the money. No,
she's only staying because she cheated too. Yeah. She probably did cheat.
Like the money's probably like what's keeping them together, but it's not like she's just like a whole victim of her.
Right.
The Sweetie lady, I don't really know like what she be doing.
Sweetie, you talking about the rapper?
Yeah, like she seems like
that's think about.
She's a nice lady, so I wouldn't say like she would be cheating too.
A great point. So, how many times you think the woman was cheating? And when
usually it's the guy cheating
when it was found out
it's usually the guy cheating
that the man was cheating. But I'm saying.
Oh, like how many times?
How many times did the woman cheat and we just don't know because it never made it to the public?
At least 70%.
A lot. No, but I'll assume.
I said at least 70%.
Yeah.
At least.
At least. Like nothing less than.
So
70%.
Usually all of dudes.
I think majority of the time when girls getting cheated on by a celebrity, she's also kind of famous.
She's cheating too.
I wouldn't say cheating too. I say cheating back. You know.
Yeah. I'll say cheating back.
Get back.
Because I mean, obviously, if that guy's fucking another girl, he's not fucking her.
Yeah.
Why she gotta miss out? Because he want to be selfish.
Yeah.
So
then my next question is,
okay,
why doesn't the male celebrity leave the woman?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Because if that obviously he can fuck anybody he wants.
But
I
think it's a matter. But
he's like
marriage. But it's a matter of marriage. It's a matter of
let's go to
like Lil Baby and Quavo though. Like them. Like why do they still
like
stay with that same girl? I think maybe it's because like
Lil Baby cheat on Jada all the time.
Yeah, like why are they staying together? Not the marriage, but
and they don't have a kid
because of comfortability.
Yeah, I was gonna say like maybe.
I'm used to this.
I was gonna say maybe like they have
that.
What?
I'm used to her.
I'm used to this.
That's the reason.
Yeah,
I'm used to her.
Like they have that bond and they want to stay with. They want to keep that bond.
Like I can fuck this bitch and I can come back to comfortability.
Yeah, I mean really they need a therapist, but you know that's different. That's
oh yeah, definitely, but that's another story.
That's another story.
They need help.
They need help.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Like Future said, I got too many bitches. I need to cut some of them off. I got too many.
I
need help.
Yes.
Goals.
Future is definitely.
I need to cut some of them off. Cut some of them off. I need help. That's what he said.
Yes.
Yo, when the reports came out that Quavo was trying to get the car that he bought Sweetie, and he was getting it like taken back or something like that.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, yeah, and then it turned out that like he didn't or something like that. They were like the reports aren't true. I was like, man, Future.
So he didn't get the car taken?
Apparently he didn't. I was like, man, Future would be ashamed of this. He need to get that car taken.
No, he do need to get it taken.
Yep.
He's not with her no more. But
Future.
He must be trying to get her back. Damn, he's trying to get her back.
Ain't nobody try harder than Offset though.
Nah, Offset's married. That's what I'm saying. This is
I'm saying, but nobody trying harder than Offset when he cheat. Offset was out here putting up billboards, flying planes.
Because that's his wife. That's what the fuck he's supposed to do.
What else did he do? He pulled up like at a random ass concert in front of our fans. Don't nobody try harder than Offset.
Why would he do that for these hoes?
That shit was funny to me.
That is his wife.
That nigga was posting online. He said, I won.
Yes, I won. Go. I won. And Cardi B said, you did good.
Damn, Cardi.
Good. Yes, he confirmed it right after. Yes, good. That's what he's supposed to do because that's his wife, bro.
That's the thing, man. That's crazy to me.
It's crazy because Jay-Z
Okay, no, because it's like, no, but it's like there's, I'm not condoning cheating. I'm saying there's so many women that say like, I'm not condoning cheating until they get to that level of fame, and then they do get cheated on and they stay. It's like, damn.
All women condone cheating. Fuck the bullshit.
Wait, what?
Fuck what you heard. All women condone.
All women condone cheating?
Yes, bro.
You mean like they all cheat or like they?
No.
They all get cheated on.
They
and
get
accept
cheated
it?
on and then letting the dude still come back.
You say all women?
Yes.
First of all,
Yes, nigga.
wait,
I disagree.
Most
I
of these
disagree.
rappers are dating women from Atlanta. That's why.
I disagree, Joe. I don't think every woman is like, yeah.
You seen it not happen. I've seen it happen.
Wait, hold on.
How many times have you seen it not happen? Let's go on right.
You said how many
We're
times have I
talking
seen a
about
woman?
rappers though. Where else?
No, I'm talking about regular women.
I don't think every woman
Basic
is cheating.
bitches.
Bro.
Huh?
I don't think every regular woman can do cheating.
No, that's what
70%, like my guy said. 70%.
That's what I was saying. Like, let's think about like where are these guys beating these girls at? Like who?
You talking about regular guys?
No, these rappers.
Oh.
Like, we were talking about rappers.
In clubs, at events.
Let's just be honest.
Parties.
He's from Dallas.
Friend
Let's
of
not
a
act like
friend.
he's just from like the most pure, innocent place though. So he lives in a rough part. So we all know when you got poor people, you got high crime. A lot of fucking be going on. We all seen that movie with Eminem, 8 Mile. We all saw that. There was a lot of fucking going on.
Of course.
Guess what? They was poor. They was living in a rough area. Let's say.
But he's talking about
for our environments. Let's say that.
yes, but he's talking about a woman
But
in
he's
a
talking
relationship.
about he's talking about a consensus from where he's from. He's saying 70% of women. That's like based off like who he knows.
I get what you're saying.
Where we're from.
Bro, and we just.
But he's talking about.
And we do celebrities. Almost 100% of them. They condone it. Oh yeah.
Where's the baby from?
Where's
The
Yeah,
baby? North Carolina.
It's not like he's just from like the most like
But you're going off of geography and shit.
No,
he's talking about.
I'm saying like, but like,
right. I'm just saying.
He's talking about just a regular woman on the street.
Yeah,
who,
I'm not even
who's in a
talking about
relationship.
celebrities.
But I'm saying like when he sees like a woman on the street, he's like, yeah, they probably cheating. What street is he looking at?
I'm saying, okay. I looked at celebrity skill and saw, these celebrities are cheating on their women, and these celebrity women are staying.
Mm-hmm.
Then I said, okay, that's just probably because of the money. But then I can't even say it's because of the money because I had to look, like you said, what I've seen where I'm from. I've seen many women get cheated on by their men. I've seen many of them women stay with their men who cheated on them after they got cheated on.
But you're going based off of like subjectivity.
Here's another thing though. Let's standard relationships in the U.S. It's like the guy's the provider.
Mm-hmm.
That girl might not be in the best position to just go and be separate on her own. That could be another reason.
We talking about a working girl and a working guy.
I'm saying.
You have all these other scenarios.
But I'm saying vice versa though.
Wait, you're talking about celebrities or regular people?
Everybody.
I'm
saying like, bro, like.
I'm saying vice versa though. For the amount of women that cheat on their men and the men that have stayed is much less.
Of course.
Like that is much less. Like it's higher. It's more acceptance of women.
But
accepting cheating.
Let's not act like dudes don't
But
get
you
like
said
though. Guys will go cheat with like 30 girls and they'll be like,
yeah, me.
my bad, B. And she'll cheat one time. She can say bless you to somebody that's sneezing. They out here crying and shit in the streets.
No, but I disagree with you because you're saying every woman.
He said 70.
Okay, 70%. I switched it to 70%.
Okay, you switch it to 70%.
I'm not saying I agree with 70%. I'm just saying.
Even 70%, I don't agree with.
I'd say like.
I don't know. I don't think I agree with that.
I'd say like maybe 10.
About half these women out here condoning cheating.
I don't think so.
I would say like it's like maybe 10%, and then he just happens to know the
hell
majority of that
no.
population. That's what I'm
Hell
saying.
no. About 50%.
I'll say like
50%. You mean women are in this country?
So he's going further and further down. He said 7. He said 70.
Oh.
Okay, 50.
That's my final answer. I'm sticking to it.
Which one is it?
50%.
50%?
Of all women?
Of these women
That's like 75 million people in this country.
are condoning their men cheating. Yes. They know that he. I'm saying not that they don't know he did it. No, they know he did it. They discussed it. He said I'm sorry. She accepted and then said okay, I'm gonna stay with you. Yes.
50%.
Yes.
I mean, 50%
it is out
of marriages don't last, so.
But they're not all about cheating though.
That's true.
Some of it shit is just like financial problems.
Most of it is.
Sometimes it's just like,
financial.
dude, sometimes people are just horrible people, and then they're like,
I'll give you 40, 45%.
I
don't know about 50.
of all women condone.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If we just basing off celebrities, if
What would you say?
we just basing off celebrities,
Like 30%?
if we just basing
30 or
it
lower.
off,
I wouldn't.
I'll say 15%.
if we
it's
basing
pretty
it
low.
off,
That's why I said 10%.
if we basing it off celebrities alone, 75% of them motherfuckers they got caught cheating, and we didn't see it.
That's
Celebrities are a minority of the fucking population.
Nigga, Russell Wilson out here makes $35 million a year. Some rappers make more than that. Of course she gonna stay. That's $30 million a year. You think she gonna fuck up that mansion?
Bro,
Her two Lamborghinis.
I'm saying this is just shit that we've seen in the public. I'm saying just 50%, bro. With the other shit that we don't know.
I'm gonna side with you and go like 15% maybe. Like we're
Nah,
talking
hell no.
I'm gonna say
50.
At first I said 10, and I was like, well, maybe if we're saying
maybe
like what,
maybe 20-30%. But
I
don't know.
When he said
So for men accepted, what is it like 5 then?
okay, put it this way.
And I'm thinking for men it's
Now,
much
if
higher.
you're talking about young girls, yes, I think maybe there's a high percentage of them going back to the guys. But older women are not up for that bullshit. Are not up for that bullshit. Now, if you're saying young,
population.
okay. But if you're saying,
that's
now if you're
because
saying,
older women, they wait a while and they're like, you ain't signed that prenup though. You remember that?
no,
Fuck
but
outta here.
I
You
get
know,
it.
they
But
leave
he
with
said,
that.
but at first he said 70%, like, and then he went to 50%. 50% of all women?
Yes.
No, dude.
That's
Yes.
75 million.
That's exactly no.
Yes. I condone in a relationship.
I mean, maybe less than 75.
If you talk about if you say like 50% of young girls, I'll be like, okay, yeah. I
No,
see
then
that.
it's going back to 70.
Dude, once you reach
Then
the age
it's
of 40, people will divorce over anything.
Exactly.
Young girls.
Nigga, people
So
get
from
divorced
like
over arguing over what to buy.
18 to like 30. So
Young
from
girls.
18 to 30.
That's
70% of them bitches are condoning cheating.
yeah,
Yes.
that's insane. That's
I-
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Now
but-
we're back to 70. Yes.
But we said all women. I said young women.
yeah.
Okay, 18 to 30. Yeah. I say
Okay,
about
young
70.
women, yeah.
I say about 70%.
There be people who are like, who've been
Maybe
married-
60. I don't know about
I'm
70.
gonna say
There are
70.
people in
Maybe
their
50.
40s.
I'm gonna say 7 out of 10. Yes.
7 out of 10.
Yes. So 70 it is. Yes.
I'm gonna say maybe 6 out of 10.
There are people who are in
5 out of 10 maybe.
70.
in their 40s. I heard trying to argue over what to buy a
We
cheesesteak.
should honestly
Now once you get that old, bro,
Honestly, we
too-
should just ask
we too-
girls right now.
we too old to be
Go
talking
on.
about cheating at
They
40.
bitches ain't gonna like admit this shit. I went back to that.
Right.
They not gonna admit that shit.
Right.
No, I mean, it's,
Right. You know these
it's,
girls
a,
are
it's a lot
fucking-
easier to ask somebody, hey, if you were cheated on, would you stay with that person? Than it is to like really have the
Exactly.
in that
But I
relationship
didn't.
for
I
some time
didn't stay.
and like all those
I didn't
investments.
stay. Somebody I was with just stayed
And money.
with me. So I didn't see this shit happen personally.
That's your subjective opinion though. That's your like your own individual experience.
Like how many times is the guy the bread maker? Come on, man. You don't want to risk that little allowance.
At this point, bro, I don't even think it's about the bread making.
The little
no
$15
more.
an hour.
I mean, we're talking about if we're talking about
$15 an hour
regular
as a
people.
young guy.
If we're talking about regular people. Not everybody can just leave when somebody.
But I'm
cheats.
saying women becoming much more independent nowadays.
Definitely.
So I don't think it's
more
about,
independent, but I'm saying
But-
like, but I'm saying think about those who are
I
independent.
don't think it's about the bread no more. Honestly, I just don't.
No, marriage is not about the bread anymore.
Yeah, prenups. Most people get prenups.
I am Kanye. I'm getting a prenup.
Would y'all get prenups?
Hell yeah. The fuck?
I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm keeping
I ain't gonna
all
lie to
my
you.
racks.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not signing. I'm not getting a prenup. I'm not signing one either.
What?
No.
I wouldn't really care to be honest.
I'm
I'm
not
signing
signing
a prenup.
Because
I'm not
I-
getting one,
if I'm
and
getting
you better not ask me to sign that bitch. I promise you.
I'm signing a prenup.
If I'm getting married, I'm not being the bread maker. I'm gonna be a trophy husband. I'm staying at home cooking. So if she's gonna get divorced, that's fine. Let me get some of your money.
I know I'm going to
No,
make money.
I ain't saying that.
I would be the motherfucker with the
Whether if my woman makes more money than me or not, I'm going to be making lots of money. So yes, I'm signing a fucking prenup because the money I make is mine.
That's how the relationship you want.
I gave you the privilege to share in the money that I make.
I'm saying if I get married, I don't want to have to work.
I get what you're saying.
Like if I marry a neurosurgeon, cool. I'll keep doing my continuing education, but I ain't fucking working. And then if we get divorced, all right, now I gotta go to work. I wouldn't be happy.
But
I might be like, well, how much did you cheat?
I'm signing a
I
prenup.
no. Okay, look.
Well, can I still have my Amex Gold card?
Get this bullshit the fuck out of here.
Go back out there, have some fun.
Get your ass a job.
But I'm saying, regardless, like,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
whether I make the most or not, okay, that shit doesn't concern me.
Prenup.
well, who said she was gonna make more money? I just said I didn't want.
Whether she makes more money or not, I'm getting a fucking prenup because I'm keeping my coins.
No, whether
if you make more, you gotta pay for it.
Whether I make the most or not, I'm not getting a prenup.
If I make more, then I'll sign one.
So what's your reason? So Joe, what's your reason for not getting a prenup?
Bro, I mean, I just don't feel like that's what marriage is about, bro. Saying that this shit is mine, this shit is yours. I don't believe that's what marriage is about.
So but what I'm saying, dude, is it's not a matter of like a marriage at that point. It's more so a matter of like I'm protecting my assets and you're protecting yours.
I don't.
That's whether if you have more money or if I have more money.
I'm saying, but
so you're saying even after divorce, you guys should still support each other in some format?
No, that's not your wife no more. But
you still have to support her in some way.
Neither.
Think about this way.
I don't believe in that shit neither.
Think about this way. I'm assuming that more likely you would have children. So therefore, you would have to provide some kind of support whether you wanted to or not.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, why not just have a prenup? You provide the support that you have to and that you want to, but you also get to keep the money that you want.
I'm not walking into no marriage thinking that my shit is mine and her shit is hers.
It's not about that.
So everything is
a prenup is you accepting and acknowledging this shit is mine and this shit is hers. You cannot draw up no prenup without acknowledging the fact this shit is mine and that shit is hers.
I'm
not walking into a marriage.
If I met a wealthy woman and she had her wealth before she met me, it is hers. If she made that fucking money, it is hers.
But I'm saying,
while we're together, she's being nice and sharing it with me, and I'm doing the same to her.
And that's what she's supposed to do.
And I'm
doing regardless, she's gonna do that.
Okay, but she doesn't have to do that just because we're married. She's doing
No. That she does.
I think he's on the outlook that there's not that nobody's really gonna get divorced though. I think he's
I'm saying divorce or not divorce. Personally I don't believe in the shit. But I'm saying, like, no, marriage is not about she don't have to do shit for me as my wife. No, she do. That's what she have to do. That is required as my wife. And you have to take care of me. And I have to take care of you. That is not optional or negotiable. We're not about to go and sit down and talk about it. No, this is what the fuck you have to do. So with that being said, like,
marriage is a compromise, my G.
I'm saying, yes, it's all about compromise. But taking care of me is not one of them.
The way you started that off, I was like misogyny.
I'm saying that's not a compromise.
And then you were like vice versa, and I was like, oh, okay.
I'm saying no, taking care of your spouse is not a compromise. That's just what you're gonna do.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm also saying.
But you said like we can talk about it and negotiate. We can't.
That's what a prenup you do. You gotta get.
And that's what I'm saying.
Has to get a lawyer and then talk
that's
about
what I'm saying. That's why I'm not walking into a marriage with you with the mindset of let's see.
I should not get married, to be honest. Period. Blank.
I don't even know if I want to get married, but that's another conversation.
That's another.
But like, what we saying?
I'm saying like I'm not walking into a marriage, like you said, sitting about compromising how much are you gonna take care of me in my marriage. No, I'm not about to.
I'm not talking about compromising how much.
Well, I mean, a prenup is really more about compromising how much I'm not gonna take care of you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about that shit, and I'm supposed to be trying to share my life with you.
Well, I mean, I feel like if you're not willing to do a prenup, it's kind of like you're kind of like in that mindset of like
this is gonna last forever.
Not even.
It's gonna last, but like you don't have that kind of thing. Of like, well, what if something happens? Like you kind of seem like unplanned for like because like it's not like it's just impossible. Two people are gonna grow away from each other.
Right, it's not impossible.
What is it? What is like our generation?
It's
like 62% of marriages fail within the first
20,
30 years. It's like shit. It's 62%.
That's tough.
I mean, you know,
prenup.
Once women got their own bank accounts, they were kind of like, they were like, I'm gonna be, man, get out of here. We ain't staying married anymore. You know, they got their own credit cards.
That's why I said I don't know if I even want to get married. If I do, prenup. Because then it's not about our relationship anymore. It's about the government and all that shit. So it's like, yes, prenup.
Oh, I mean, you could also just get married, but not have like a marriage license. You could just still consider each other married. Marriage overall is more about the whole ceremonial process and the mutual agreement of conjoining your way.
Hold on, pause.
U.S. marriage is more about getting a license.
And then hold on, pause. The purpose of the prenup really is just to say, right, that your shit is yours and your shit is mine. Who says after you get divorced that the person you getting divorced from even gonna want your shit in the first place? She might walk into the divorce when y'all go, because you have to get another lawyer, and y'all gotta walk in that bitch, and she might walk in that bitch and say, I don't even want this nigga shit. She can have all this bullshit and say fuck you and leave.
And the prenup says you don't even get that fucking option. You don't get the chance to just have an opinion on that.
I'm saying, but she might just do it anyway.
Well, I mean,
fuck you.
Prenup.
That's kind of hard though, because it's like if you guys were married, you had kids. What are the odds that you guys have two separate houses? That if you were to ever divorce, you guys could just go into each your own. Most likely, you guys are sharing a house, and if you guys get divorced, do you want to be living in the same house that you just had like?
But that's what I'm saying. Like
that's what the whole prenup is about, though.
But I'm saying your partner could easily walk in and say, "Yeah, I don't want anything from him," or you could walk in and say, "I don't even want anything from her."
And that's cool.
But so you think?
And the prenup guarantees that you don't get option two.
So
you don't get a chance to say no or yes.
So you think that you guys would have like such a great collaboration? You would decide who keeps stuff, stuff like that.
Bro, I'm not in the
It's
future.
honestly a good feeling, to be honest with you. When you
A good feeling to what?
if you want to get a prenup or not. It's a gut feeling.
I think so.
It's a what feeling?
A gut feeling. Am I
not
good
a good feeling?
So
gut feeling.
So you go get that prenup, you're like, this probably ain't gonna work out, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like
I don't think it's a matter of that. It's more so like people always say that our marriage is gonna last, and you can have the most perfect relationship, but you can still end that shit because it's not working out as a marriage. So what I'm saying is that a prenup just acts as a just in case.
Just in case of what?
Well, let's just say this.
Just in case y'all break the fuck up and you can take your shit.
Why you gotta take my shit? Because we broke up. That is, bro. Divorce is not guaranteed.
You have to remember, like what he's saying, like a marriage is a contract.
Exactly.
And he's saying a prenup is sort of like a back door to it. Cause not like, oh, we're in love, we're getting married. He's saying the U.S. government involvement part, like that kind of thing. So I'm saying like you gotta kind of remember this, like marriage. Getting married is a contract.
All divorces don't have to go into a place where a prenup is even required. Like a prenup could just.
But I'm saying, Joe, it's like how many divorces are there where the woman doesn't want anything from the man?
I don't know. I'm not a divorce lawyer.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there are more cases where the woman wants something from the guy, no matter what.
And that's his wife. Or as her husband or whatever.
No, at this point you my ex-wife. Why the fuck am
I'm saying. No, you said
separate thing.
I'm saying
exactly.
Okay, you gonna have to pay child support regardless. You not that ain't even got shit to do with the marriage.
And I don't mind doing that.
But this
extra money that I have, you don't get to touch. That's mine.
But I'm saying,
and I choose to spend it how I want to.
My ex-wife say, if she's gonna have my kids, and she say, "Oh, I'm gonna need somewhere for my kids to stay." Well, God damn it, guess what I'm gonna do? Okay, take the house.
I'll do that.
So you can have.
But I'll be the one in charge of saying, okay, I'll do that. I won't be mandated to.
No, okay.
Well, I mean, both
no, I'm saying you can have the house. Like my kids gonna be there. Good.
I'll do that. What I'm saying is, all
you
the
need a car. That car that I had bought.
Yes,
you can have that.
The things that she would need, or if I need something, yes, okay, we can do that, vice versa. But all that extra shit, you need money for this or that you don't really fucking need. No, the fuck do I look like?
Well, when you get divorced, technically everything you just supposed to split it in half.
Oh, technically,
you're supposed to split it all in half.
Is that what happens?
Okay, but that's okay. You can split. What's wrong with splitting in half?
Technically, does that happen, Joe? But
you got to think about what he's saying. If one person in the relationship makes $600,000 and the other person makes $200,000,
yes,
half of that is $400,000. He's saying, why should the person who makes $200,000 get more from the person who makes?
I mean, y'all acting like a nigga just gonna get his whole salary taken. Like, okay, oh yeah. You made $600,000 this year.
Actually, you can.
$300,000 of that is mine.
No,
what?
You can get a large portion of your salary checks taken. One of my family members was gonna get a divorce, and she was like, "Shit, I'm gonna get this much of this from him for his next 3 years."
Jeff Bezos shit.
Man. So it can happen, by the way.
Man.
So because I'm spending them, and there's a potential chance that I'm spending money on shit that you don't even really need for the kid or yourself. You just want extra money.
Oh, yeah, I was reading this. It says that 41% of all first marriages
works the same way.
41.
I get that, but then you want, but that's the thing. You get child support and extra shit on top of that. What the fuck? No, you don't need that shit.
The United States has the 6th highest divorce rate in the world.
Peanut.
And you gotta remember, we're like one of those countries where it's like everybody has more financial independence.
The fuck do I look like?
Bro, no prenup, bro.
prenup. The fuck?
I want your wife to make more than you, so she'll be the one saying this.
That's fine.
I
want to do that. No, I just said.
Too happy over there.
None of my shit. I just said. We're just talking about prenup. Why you so happy? I just said that if she yo. I just said that if she makes more money than me, I still would want a prenup because she worked for the money that she has. Mm-hmm. She's choosing to share some of her wealth with me. That's fine. If I happen to have more money than her, or she happens to have more money than me, it doesn't matter. I still want a prenup because you work for your shit. I work for my shit.
Okay.
That's how I feel. But I know, knowing me, I'm gonna have lots of money regardless. Okay. So I'm gonna be good regardless.
Prenup. That's funny.
That's so odd.
So if you have 60 million and I have 1 million, I'll keep my 1 million. I'm good.
It says the 5 professions with the lowest divorce rates as podiatrists at second. Those are foot doctors.
You know what they're doing.
That's what I was like, that's so odd. I was like, that's okay. Got a fucking foot fetish going on. Okay.
That's crazy, dude.
What's the other ones?
The top 5?
Yeah.
With the lowest or highest?
Both.
Alright, so for highest, it's dancers, bartenders, massage therapists.
These low tier ass niggas.
Gaming cage workers, gaming service workers, and then the lowest says farmers, podiatrists, clergy, optometrists, and agricultural engineers.
Because they're making all that goddamn money.
Well, technically, agricultural engineers are the lowest, and then podiatrists would be the
okay.
lowest.
Money helps with marriage.
Farming are not getting divorced?
Yeah, so farmers, they beat on farmers.com, and I guess they stay together forever.
Niggas who are making money stay married.
Yep.
Name the people who not getting divorced again.
The lowest?
Yeah.
Farmers, podiatrists, so foot doctors, clergy, optometrists, so eye doctors, and then agricultural engineers.
So 2 of the fucking.
So people who work in the fields really be out here staying together.
So the fields and doctors.
But they make a lot of money though.
Exactly. Money makes marriage.
The only one. How much does a clergy make?
I have no idea.
Preacher.
I think that I was gonna say. Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, I was saying, of those other 4, I understand they make a lot or hold a lot of money.
It depends on if he's scamming the church or not.
I feel like that clergyman shit is really a hoax.
No, it's just because you got an image to uphold to your church.
I think half of that shit is based off image too. Yeah. They're not getting divorced not because they love each other, because of the fucking image.
Yeah, of course.
They don't give a fuck about
you work for the church. We're not getting divorced. What you mean?
I stopped fucking with church.
This is a perfect marriage.
The pastor started asking when you got
regardless if we hit each other or not.
Right. They in that whole fighting every day. God damn. Your wife cheating on you, she's coming home, you beating her ass. No, we're not getting divorced. It's your ass up. I beat the fucking damn. That's crazy.
It's probably because the pastor didn't sign that prenup.
Good prenup.
That's crazy, bro. That is no good.
Thanks for checking out the podcast. We really appreciate it. Also, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. We have more stuff dropping soon. But in the meantime, check out some of the stuff that we already posted. Peace.